Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome into another episode of the Sunday Conversation. I'm your host, Bobby Neishman. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, is going to watch the video. So today's conversation is going to be around e-commerce and the top 5 niches going into 2025. So if you're somebody who's interested in e-commerce and you're interested in starting your own brand and you're interested in building a company from the ground up, e-commerce is the best way to do that, right? So what are some of the trends and what are some of the things that are going to be popular in 2025? That is what we're going to be talking about today. So I appreciate everybody who's going to be tuning in. So for the video, I'm going to make a little intro for the YouTube here. Welcome in, YouTube. I'm your host, Bobby Neishman, and this is I'm gonna redo it. So welcome in, everyone. My name is Bobby Neishman, and I am your host today. Welcome into the top 5 niches of going into 2025. So we're going to have a bunch of broad topics that I'm going to be talking about today about getting people up and started in e-commerce. So specifically, if you guys have any questions, make sure to put those in the chat so I can answer those, and we'll get going here. I just want to wait till we get some people in YouTube, and then we'll get going. So I'll just start with a broad overview, right? So online shopping is changing rapidly. With the changes going on, you can find an e-commerce niche that unlocks potential, because that's the most important part, is finding a niche that's going to explode and that you're interested in and that you can make lots of money. So by focusing on a specific market, a business can thrive financially and create a meaningful connection with its customers. Right? So if you build a company and you don't really know the customer segment that well, you don't know what they're looking for, it's going to be a lot harder for you to sell these things into their niche, right? So I'm going to be talking about 5 to 10 different things, depending on how long this video goes, that are profitable niches for 2025, and I'm going to offer some insights of how you guys can stay competitive in these niches and get ahead of the curve going into 2025, right? So starting with a broad overview, what is an e-commerce niche, right? So a niche or a niche, however you guys want to say it, is a specialized area within the broader online retail landscape, right? So this is where you could focus on selling specific products or services to a defined group of customers with a shared interest, right? So I'm gonna talk through a couple different ones, but what are some of the advantages to going into a niche, right? As opposed to a broad store, right? As opposed to one broad store where you're selling different types of topics and stuff like that. So focusing on a niche is going to give you reduced competition. You're going to become an expert in that area as well, right? You're going to know way more about one specific thing than as opposed to selling to a broad landscape of people that maybe have different interests, right? And with a niche, you're going to be able to build a loyal customer base, as opposed to somebody who's going to stop into your store one time, buy one thing, and then they're on to the next. If you really dial into a niche, you're going to have those customers coming back to you, and you know what they want, and you know how to give them the product that they're looking for. And then the final thing of this is tailoring your marketing needs to the niche, right? So once you figure out what the niche is that you're going to sell to, you could do some marketing research of what they look for, and then you could, tailor your marketing efforts towards them. Maybe they're younger people, maybe they're on TikTok, maybe they're older people, maybe they're on Facebook, So there's different things that you could do once you figure out what this niche is, and then you could take your marketing style and apply it that way. So these specialized businesses often have a higher profit margin and lower marketing costs because they know what they're going to do for marketing, and then they're going to have higher profit margins because they know they're going to be able to sell at that price. So you could create a unique product that fits perfectly with the customer's needs, and that's what we're looking to do in e-commerce. You got to find your customer, and then you got to market towards them, and then they're going to buy your product from you. So this focused approach makes it easier to build a loyalty brand that people are going to keep coming back to, and then you'll get that word of mouth referral, and they'll be talking about it in the niche, and then the sky's the limit, right? So the next part of this that I wanted to talk about is how to identify the niches that are going to be profitable, right? Because that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to make a profit. We're not here to just make brands and then it's like, oh, it's my passion and I want to make this brand because it's passionate. But then you're not going to make any money if it's not in the right situation, right? So finding a profitable market that is going to take you further requires research and analysis, right? And that's what I've done to get this video up and running for you guys. So I hope you guys take advantage of it, the little research that I have done to get this video for you. But you're also going to have to look at supply and demand aspects of it, right? So supply side, who is making these products that you're going to sell? If you don't make it yourself, where is it coming from, right? Is it drop shipping? Is it cheap Chinese products? Like, where are you getting this stuff from? And then the demand side, who's buying the products, right? Because you could have a shit ton of supply, right? You got people making all this stuff, but then nobody's going to buy it. Okay, well, then all this supply is for nothing, or vice versa. Or there's a ton of demand for something, right? People want this stuff really bad, right? It's the new trend, but you have a really hard time finding a supplier that's going to make a quality product that you could sell, right? So doing a little research in supply and demand will take you a long way. So let's focus a little bit on that. Let's focus on the analysis of the market demand, right? What are some tools that you could use that's going to help you with market demand, right? I'll start with one. Google Trends. This is a free one that you could use, the one that I use, that's very easy to use and popular, right? So you just go on Google, search up Google Trends. You could type in a keyword that you're looking to sell, right? And you could just see the interest in that focused area. Is it growing? Is the trend lined up, right? Think of it in terms of looking at graphs, right? For we talk about crypto all the time. Is the graph going up for that trend or is it going down, right? You don't want to get into a niche, a market that it's fading away, right? Maybe it's something like, think about 2005, right? Maybe you were really big into flip phones. You were into the Motorola Razr and you thought it was the next best thing. But then Apple comes out with the iPhone and then the Motorola Razr is gone forever, right? So you got to think about these trends. Is it in the uptrend or is it in the downtrend, this thing, right? You know, some things are more stable. Think of clothing, right? Clothing's not going anywhere. People need to be clothed for the rest of time, right? So that's something that's very stable. And these are just things you got to think about. So this just shows you if people are looking into the products that you're thinking about. Another way to see demand for a product is looking into social media. Going on popular platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and paying attention to hashtags and things like that, and just seeing if people are looking for what you're selling, right? That's another simple way that people overlook, right? If you're going to sell something that you think is the next hot thing, and you go on Instagram and there's already 10 companies selling it, well, then you're going to have a tough time selling that, right? It's going to be a lot harder for you to sell something that 20 other people are selling at a very good price, at a very good website. It looks professional. They have good marketing, right? Not to say that you can't do it better, right? You might have to put in a lot of work, a lot of time to get it better, but these are just things you got to think about. So do hashtags, look up viral content or influencers talking about it, because maybe that'll help you. You know, maybe you could get an influencer to put your product out there and then you're making a lot of sales. So, and just other things like online forums, Reddit, places like that are also, good places to see if there's demand for your product. So, but going off of that, going off of like 10 companies building the same thing, right? Because let's face it, you're not gonna, if you're getting into e-commerce, you're not gonna be Elon Musk groundbreaking technologies or making new products in your bedroom, and you're an engineer, you're building new parts and stuff, right? That's probably not what you're doing, right? You're probably wanting to build a business with $0 and you want to get cash flow positive early on, right? That's what I use it for. I'm not an engineer building, new headphones to compete with Bose and Apple, right? That's not my strategy in this. My strategy is to take products that are trendy and take products that are stable, that people are going to buy for the rest of time, and then create a brand around that and market that properly. So assessing competition is a crucial step in carving out your success in the niche, right? By understanding what other people are doing, you can identify opportunities to be different from them. So you might see a couple companies doing something very well and they do a lot of sales, but then you see it and you're like, I could do it better in this aspect, right? So just a few tips on evaluating your competition, right? Evaluate the market saturation. So this is what I talked about before, of researching how many sellers are already in the market. A crowded marketplace is going to be high saturation. There's going to be a lot of other sellers in there, and it's going to be hard for new sellers to come in because of the insignificant demand for the product, right? Because if there's so many people already selling it and the demand's not there, then you getting into the market doesn't make sense because there's not enough demand to keep up with it, right? So analyzing your competitors' websites, seeing what they do well on their webpage. Maybe they have great product photos, or maybe they have a great checkout. Maybe it's Apple Pay and you could pay instantly and you could get in there. Right? So these are all different things, guys. I see we got a bunch of viewers on YouTube. We got some viewers on TikTok and X. So if you have any questions, if you're liking the video so far, make sure to drop some comments and ask any questions is the key part. It's supposed to be an interactive video if you guys are looking to get into e-commerce, right? So the next part in analyzing your competitors, right, is pricing strategies. This is one of the most important parts of the niche, right? And before this is all just background knowledge before I get into the top 5 niches of 2025. All right, guys. So I'm just laying some background knowledge of what we're going to do. So study how your competitors price their products, right? Consider ways to offer better value or higher quality of a product. So they might get a product super cheap from China and it might be crap, right? You might have a better product per se, but you're going to have to charge a little bit more for it. So it's all going to be about how much profit you want to make, analyzing the competitor's price against your price. If you want to be competitive in price, but you're paying a higher price for the product, you're not going to make as much margin. And that might be okay. It might be okay to make less margin at first because your product's better. Like we talked about, maybe they're drop shipping crappy plastic ones from China and you have a nice American supplier who is it's making it in-house here, but it's a way better product. So you could actually afford to make it a little less money on it in the beginning because people are going to talk about your product more, how it's higher quality, better reviews, and things like that. And that's just going to set you up better for the future. So let's get into what are going to be some of the top 5 niches in 2025. And number 1, I have eco-friendly products. This is one that's been super hot recently, and a top emerging one that I see in all of forums and even Shopify has it ranked number 1 is eco-friendly products. So it's becoming a top niche because more people want to buy things that are just environmentally friendly. And you hear people, especially in the food industry, right? They're trying to clean up the food industry, but also clothing and all different types of green items that you're going to be able to sell online. So some of the things that I wrote down here that's going to be very popular moving forward in this niche per se is reusable bags. So not just like luxury bags, but like think of tote bags, grocery bags, things that help cut down on plastic and waste. And that's a marketing strategy that you could use to go in this. So you could offer bags made of cotton or hemp or recycled materials as opposed to traditional shopping bags. And you know people will buy those bags and then go shopping with them. So customers also like products that replace single-use things as well. So thinking about straws or food beeswax wraps, right, or bamboo utensils as opposed to steel utensils, right? So these are things that maybe aren't pretty per se. You know, you might not buy these products, but there's people out there who are very into this stuff. So recycled goods are very good as well. So you could use materials, or you could find materials made from all different things to make belts or to make clothing and all that kind of stuff. It's very popular right now. So other things are energy-saving gadgets, right? This falls under the eco-friendly niche as well, right? So light bulbs have been a big one recently. The color-changing light bulbs, but making them energy efficient is another one. So people want to cut down on their electricity bills. It's another way to market these. Tell the people they're actually going to save money by buying your product, right? They're going to save $10 a month on their electricity bill because they're buying eco-friendly light bulbs, but these light bulbs also change colors and do all these things, right? And one of the last things I have in this niche is eco-friendly pet products. So people want their pets to be healthy as well. So making sure that their pets are eating friendly like they're friendly treats is the word I'm looking for. Treats and dog toys, making sure that their dog toys don't have plastics in them and dyes and stuff. So that people want their pets to have eco-friendly and safe toys, food, and all that kind of stuff. So natural toys and organic foods are in high demand for pets. So that's the first one. Any questions on eco-friendly stuff? And I think eco-friendly things have a very high demand, but they're going to fall into that category for lower supply. So you're going to find a high demand for these products, but it's going to be a little bit tougher to get a supplier for those. All right, let's move on to number 2. I think arguably the most profitable niche, and I have some numbers here to back this up before we get into it. So this industry was set to make $650 billion in 2024, with $100 billion of that coming from online sales and e-commerce itself, right? So this is the skincare and beauty niche, right? Women are spending money like crazy in this niche these days. So this growth in 2024, $650 billion, just shows how much this is really a growing industry. So it shows how much girls love buying makeup, creams. Not even girls, right? Even some dudes now, right, are buying this stuff, right? So beauty items are hot on the rise. Many shoppers now prefer to get their beauty products in just a few clicks online, seeing influencers putting on the makeup on TikTok or putting on, skincare, sunscreen online, and then they just buy it right there, right? They don't even have to go to the store anymore. And stores like the big ones, the makeup suppliers, are Sephora, and I think Ulta is one, right? They're seeing less growth because this online industry is taking up a lot of sales, right? So Amazon actually came out with a beauty section, and that grew by 26% this year, up $2.3 billion in sales just from Amazon beauty section that came out this year. $2.3 billion just in Amazon beauty sales. That's crazy. And also another stat here that I have is Sephora's online sales are up $3 billion as well. Sephora is one of the largest online beauty stores. So you can find all different types of beauty things online, from makeup to skincare. Skincare is good. I said that, women are into the skincare, but I buy skincare stuff for moisturizer, my beard, and online shaving, aftershave cream. Like we talked about, eco-friendly shaver and razors. I have one that's made of wood. I have a real nice Gillette one, but I also have ones when I go on the go. They're light, they're bamboo. I take them with me and I shave with them. So there's also products for men too in this niche. It's not just women in makeup and skincare. But yeah, let's talk about some of the numbers here again. So $650 billion in 2024. If you're looking at past trends, like I looked at the trends from 2023 to 2024, it was about $580 billion to $650 billion in 2024. So if that trend continues of about $80 billion increase in the market, which is crazy, right? $80 billion is a lot to increase in 1 year. If that trend continues, you're looking at over a $700 billion industry in 2025. So it's huge, right? And this is something, like I said, that's going to be stable, that people are going to buy year after year, week after week. And it's my favorite part of this niche is that it's all reusable, right? Once you use something, once you use a skincare item, it's just in a bottle and it's gone. You're gonna have to buy another one. The gentlemen are entering the beauty market. We're all beautiful enough. We don't need all that stuff. But my favorite thing about this niche is that it's reusable, right? You're gonna buy a product once, you're gonna use it in 1 month, and then you're gonna have to buy it again, and then buy it again and buy it again. That's the best part about it. It's not just you buy it once and it sits on your shelf or it sits in your closet until you're ready to use it again. It's something that you use daily for the most part, moisturizer, makeup, all this stuff, and then you got to buy it again, because if you loved it, and that's the great thing about it, if you make a good product and people use it, they're going to come back and keep buying it. They could buy it 12 times a year. If they use a lot, they'll buy it 15 times a year. So I think that is one of the best niches to get into for 2025. So the next one, I kind of touched on it before with the eco-friendly products, is pet accessories, right? So pet products are great for e-commerce. Many people treat their pets like family members, and they spend lots of money on their pets, right? If you have pets, if you're watching this right now and you have pets, I'm sure you have pet toys laying around the house, a dog bed in the corner. You got dog food in the bowl outside in the kitchen, right? So there's all different types of items you could sell for dogs: toys, beds, collars, grooming tools, all different things pet owners buy for fun and they buy for practical use. So make sure that their furry pets are always looking good and ready to have some fun with some toys. So keeping their pets entertained are always going to be top of their mind. So you could focus on let's focus on the major categories of animals, right? I would say dog products, cat products, I would say are the largest, right? But then you could get into tanks for smaller pets, maybe a gecko or a hamster, things like that. So you can see that pet accessories are very vast, right? But I think they have a good profit margin. From what I've seen, the profit margin is there because people make pet products super cheap, but the marketing for them people always oversell and overbuy for pet products, right? So many items are super small and easy to store and to ship. So that gives you even more profit margin, right? If I could fill this room up behind me with dog toys, right? I could fit a lot of dog toys in this room, right? So if I had to fit saunas in this room, I might only be able to fit 3 or 4 saunas, but I could fill this room up with 1 million dog toys. So that's just the kind of thing I'm talking about with having high profit margins, right? Easier to store it, easier to ship it, and things like that. So you could start with a few products. If they sell, you could continue to expand the growth of the store, right? So my strategy, like I talked about in the beginning, is to find that niche, right? And then find test a couple products that might sell in the beginning. And then if they do sell, you expand. You get something that's like that first product that's sold well. Maybe it's new colors. Maybe it's a slight variation. So say if it's a dog toy, right? If it's a squeaky toy, maybe you just get different variations of that toy and then you sell it and then it does good and you get more and you get more. And now you have a store with 50 products that are all selling good because that first product that you put up sold very well and you know how to market it and it continues to succeed. So I think pet stuff is going to be very good in 2025 because pets aren't going away anytime soon. Any questions, gentlemen? We're through 3 topics. So I'm actually going to give you guys 6 topics today because I forgot about one of them, but it's I think arguably the highest profit margins. It's going to be a little bonus one. So I got 2 more actual physical products, and then I'm going to give you guys the bonus one, which I've talked about before. So if you guys are in the Taylor's Code and all this stuff, you guys know about this. So the next one, fitness gear, right? Lots of people are working out. It's a very hot industry right now on social media, and it's very hot in e-commerce. So people want to stay healthy and look good, of course. So you could sell workout clothes, exercise equipment, fitness tracker. You could be a fitness tracker, like a book, right? Of people like to go to the gym and they write down their exercises, right? But gym clothes are super popular items. You could see one of the best examples I like to use for an e-commerce perspective is Gymshark. So if you've heard of Gymshark, they actually started as a Shopify store. And what they did is they did print on demand, something that I talk about a lot, but they executed it to perfection, right? So they took traditional gym wear, just lightweight polyester shirts, put their logo on it, pants, shirts, long sleeves, just typical workout clothes. They didn't do anything special to the clothing, right? It wasn't like it was better than Nike in quality. It wasn't like it was any of that. What they did was they marketed it to perfection, and they had a healthy enough profit margin that they were able to build this business into tens of $1 million company, right? So Gymshark is a great example. If you guys don't know what Gymshark is, just look them up and you'll see how big they are now And they started as a solopreneurship Shopify store, which is crazy, right? So gym equipment, gym clothing, yoga pants, sports shorts, gym shorts, and all that kind of stuff is very good. Also, home gym equipment is in demand now too. You saw, with COVID-19 and 2020, a lot of people stayed at home, and it kind of gave people the excuse to build home gyms, right? So you could see that many shoppers are now looking for weight and resistance bands things and at-home Pilates mats and yoga mats and everything like that, even to stationary treadmills and stationary bikes. All of that kind of stuff is super in demand. So if you guys see a product you like from a supplier that you think you could ship and make a profit on, I think it's easy to market to, in my opinion, because you just get on the machine and you work out for a video and you talk about the benefits of it. It's going to sell for sure. So these products help users monitor their health and their fitness and their workouts. So this is all stuff that benefits people, and that's what we're in the business of doing, right? We're making people's lives better, we're making lives easier, and that's what sells, right? So another part of health and fitness, and this will be my fifth and final top niche for 2025, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the health and fitness niche, is health supplements. So I've seen a lot of this recently. I see ones, creatine gummies are online. They're huge ones that I've bought before because I've wanted to try them. But health supplements are huge right now in e-commerce. Many people want to feel better and live longer, so they buy vitamins and minerals and herbs for their body. And that's the great thing about it, is you could sell all different types of supplements. So supplement stores are really big right now. I see ones online right now. It's what is the name of it? It's a very big brand. Neuro gum, right? So to boost your energy with caffeine and gum. So they started putting caffeine into gum now, and kids are like chewing this in school and stuff, which I think that's a great idea. I haven't tried that one, but I always see it. I get the ads for it, the Neuro gum. So that's just a couple of ideas. Let's think of some more ideas. So maybe around sleep, maybe around stress, CBD gummies or melatonin to sleep, right? All that kind of stuff. And you could also get into the side of weight loss, muscle gain. Like I said, creatine gummies are ones that I've tried before. So that's like the lifting side of it. Weight loss, you could think of, people wanting a healthier lifestyle with whatever it is. It could be a vitamin or a mineral that you said you can market it in a weight loss thing. So with that being said, how is this going to sell? So I would say, what are the most popular and what are the best ways that you could sell health supplements? I think ones that I've seen in the research that I've done, the plant-based products with that plant-based marketing behind it, because people want the customers to have that the natural feel, the natural ingredients. That's what's selling these days, right? You have to go with the trends. What's hot right now? Natural ingredients, supplements that come from whole foods, not lab made, not MGO or GMO, sorry. So that kind of stuff. And fitness fans, like I said, people that are into fitness, that niche, and they're going to roll that into the supplement niche as well. So there's so many different options. Let me think of another one. Protein powder, pre-workout drinks. Things that people will use when they go work out, right? People work out every single day, multiple times a day. This is something that people do for free, but you could make a profit off it, And I'm sure you use supplements, right? We all do. I do. I have a variety pack that I take, these pills, pop them in, but it's a very profitable niche. And even you might think this is like young people fitness, right? But older people are also buying supplements because they want to live longer. There's another aspect of that. Supplements for your joints and for your memory, for heart health, all different things that you could do to get into this niche. It's out there for the taking. Supplements are huge right now. Yeah, lots of people take supplements. But the one caveat with this is you have to make sure your products are safe and legal for sale in the country that you're selling, right? So just don't make claims that aren't true about your products. Definitely saying like weight loss ones, I think, are the toughest. In some of the research that I've seen around the weight loss supplements, people will market it as, lose 10 pounds in 10 days or whatever, but that's false advertising. So you just got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So those are the top 5 physical products that I think are going to explode in 2025. So if you guys agree with me, drop a like, throw some comments out, and tell me which ones you guys are going to be building in 2025. I think clothing is the go-to for 2025 in my opinion, because there's so much demand for clothing, and there's so much customizability with clothing that I've seen. Clothing is so big, and we've seen this over the years with luxury brands and all that kind of stuff, right? People buy no matter what it is. You could put a $500 price tag on a plain white t-shirt and people are going to buy it, right? It's all about how you market it. So if you're good at marketing and you're good at doing that kind of stuff, clothing's the way to go. But with that being said, I think the most profitable industry in e-commerce for 2025 will be digital courses. Not even courses, digital products, right? Digital products online have the highest profit margin of any of these products we talked about, right? I said digital courses because I believe that digital courses are the number one product of the digital product niche, right? I think a lot of people will film themselves just like I'm filming now, talking about different things, but I'm giving you guys this juice for free right now on the live on YouTube, right? I could be charging a premium for this, but I'm not. I'm giving the juice for free, guys. But digital products are thriving in the e-commerce niche, like referring to flexibility. And you could, like I said, record courses, or you could build spreadsheets, or you could sell pictures, right? You could take pictures on your iPhone, right? Take your iPhone, go out to scenery in the mountains, take some pictures, and slap them up on the internet with a price tag, and somebody might buy it just to own it, right? I've seen crazier things. I've seen pictures go for sale in the hundreds of dollars with just normal pictures, right? So this just shows that like the rapid growth of online technologies and online sales, there is so many things to sell in a digital format. And like I said, digital products, digital courses, I think are huge right now. So we have a school community, online school, the Taylor's Code, and we have courses in there for sale, right? We've had people buy our courses, had people buy into our crypto plays and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't take any physical dollar amount to build, right? All it takes is knowledge and some skill for us to get these products up online, and then people see these videos, people see other ways that we market, and then they buy our products, right? So there's different ways to go about digital products, and I think it might be a little tough to market sometimes, but I think it's the most profitable. So one of the biggest advantages to digital products is the scalability, right? Because you could create it once and then it's sold repeatedly until the end of time, right? Until you stop selling the product or stop pushing it out, right? So you could create it one time and then you put it up for sale every single day and you market towards it, and you build funnels so people watch a YouTube video, then they go to the product, or people get an email, then they go to the product, right? So there's so many different ways to scale a digital product, and that's what I think makes it the most profitable business to build in 2025 for e-commerce, right? But I do think it's important to choose a topic that you're knowledgeable about and ensure that there's a significant amount of demand for it, right? A high quality course will go a long way for people. If you teach people how to make $10,000 a month, right? But you only put your product up for sale for $500, so they spend $500, but then they make $10,000 in a month, they're going to tell their friends about it, and they're going to come back and they're going to buy more, right? So helping people learn and helping people achieve their goals is essential to attract new and retain those customers, right? So I think effective marketing is crucial for selling digital products. Social media, email campaigns, like I said, reaching your target audience is all super doable in today's age with social media and technologies to build out courses online, right? So I think I'm going to do clothing, and I'm going to do digital products in 2025. So there's so much to be excited about in the e-commerce realm. If you guys are watching this video now and you guys don't know where to start, I would tell you guys, reach out to me, comment on this video. If you guys are watching this on X or on TikTok, make sure to follow me, shoot me a message, and we'll get talking about how we can build you guys a store. Also, go to the link in my description and in the bio to join the Taylor's Code. So if you're interested in e-commerce, but you're also interested in other aspects of networking, cryptocurrency, sales, and you want to be well-rounded and the ultimate for professional, as we say, make sure to join the Taylor's Code, and we'll get you guys in there to build courses and get into all the other things that we do. So, I really appreciate you guys being here and talking about crypto, e-commerce with me all the time. So join the Taylor's Code, and we'll get you guys in there. We'll get you guys set up in whatever niche you want. It might not be e-commerce, it might not be crypto, but we'll find something for you in the Taylor's Code. So that's what we're doing here. Any other questions, before I close out on the stream? I didn't have nothing to show on the screen physically today for you guys, but this was all stuff that I wrote down last night and was just wanted to get off my mind. With that being said, one more thing on the digital products. You could make it reoccurring too. So a digital product doesn't have to be a one-time, people buy it and then they move on for it forever. You could do subscription styles with it, right? So maybe people subscribe to you have people pay to subscribe to your email blog, right? So people pay you, and then you send out email blogs monthly with a lot of information and links and resources for them to use. And maybe if it's valuable enough to them, they'll keep that subscription, right? So it's all about providing value to people. Where can people find you on social media? I have my social medias linked in my description for the video. So go to the description of this video. I think I have my Instagram, my X account, the link down there. If I don't, I will make sure to add it for people. But it's just my name, just like my YouTube, just like my X, wherever you're watching this at, Bobby Neishman. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys found some valuable information in this. Like I said, reach out to me. We'll get you guys stores built. If you guys find one of these niches very interesting and you guys want to learn and you guys want to build a store in these niches, reach out to me. I have an AI platform that I use to get stores up and running within 2 days. So no time to waste, right? All right. That's all I got for you guys today. And we'll see you on Wednesday for the Gentleman's Code.